Yeah, I sure thought we'd just be tearing them up with that liver.
Like I said, I got that one hit.
You got that good one on that bat on that brim a while ago too.
But I didn't get to reset my line because I was busy getting ready to cast that when it didn't give me time.
Yeah.
Whenever I got that other hit, my drag, didn't have hit that.
Well, I got a bad habit of that.
I've been listening to that Fisherman's Excuse Manual.
Been looking in your Fisherman's Catch a Fish manual?
What's that?
Said you been looking in your Fisherman's Catch a Fish manual?
No, they were sold out.
Let me look at my Manly Man manual.
It'd be my luck though that the fish forgot to read the manual.
That's kind of like that preacher talking. He's talking about them churches that play with them snakes. Talking about them, and he said the thing is they don't realize that snake didn't read that verse.
It's my personal opinion. They done been burnt their lips on the crack pipe to want to pick up a snake like that in the first place. I believe in God, I love God, but I ain't reaching my hand picking up a snake for nothing. None of this was what if God told me to. Why would God tell me to? What would that purpose would that serve?
Well, all of them that's brave enough to pick up that snake, he also said they'd be able to drink poison and not die too. So how many of them's going to drink a gallon of bleach?
God also told me to tell y'all in here that if you hop on one leg during rush hour across 555, you'll make it to the other side. Saying 1, 2.
Now, this is something he did say. If any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Well, I'm about ready to catch fish, Steve.
I'm ready.
I bought all these new Hellgrammites. I better catch fish on one of them. Yeah, I hooked a big old bass about where I'm standing one time when I was up there on that bank fishing. I threw it out in the middle and let it go down with the floater. And it come down here, and then I started reeling back up right beside this bank, got right here, and one hit it, man. I mean, but he got off. I think I'm gonna take this off and put me on a floater and a worm and see what happens. Ain't tried a worm yet. Not out here anyway.
I'm just wondering if I were to check that liver.
Yeah, a person should check their liver from time to time. Can't ever tell. Think I ought to fish with a floater in that worm or fish on bottom? What do you think?
I'd just try them both ways. See, try it one way. If it don't work, go the other way.
I hope we're still talking about fishing. That just ain't right. Something wrong with that whole conversation. I'm gonna cast out there on the bottom.
I checked it. It wasn't there.
It wasn't there? Could be the reason you wasn't catching nothing. Should always keep. I ain't even got mine in the water yet, but I pulled my worm off on a tree limb.
There's a bunch of stuff down over there.
Where at?
Right over in that area.
By that tree limb. There's some tree limbs under the water there too, because I hung in some of them last night. Or yesterday evening.
I figure it's going to be my luck. I'm finally going to hang a big one, and when I do, I'll be tangled up on something.
I gotta find me a limb now to put my pole on. You say? I only heard half of that. I heard laugh. I heard you say laugh. That's all I got out of that whole thing.
I said, Mama, she'd get so mad at me and my brother when we was little because she'd go whoop us and she couldn't whoop hard enough to hurt anything and we'd be laughing. Of course, she hit me just 4 or 5 times. I went screaming bloody murder just so she'd leave me alone. My brother about 30 times, he just turned around standing there staring at her. He said, I hit him about 50 times. Finally, he started trying to and I was just standing back there rolling and floor laughing. Then she come outside and called me up and called me back in there again. Then she went and got a switch and there wasn't nobody laughing after that.
Yeah.
You don't have to hit hard with a switch to make it hurt. What do you mean, you know, like you actually got a whooping before?
I've hit myself with a switch before. Plenty of times out in the woods, walking along and hook on a tree limb or something that's come loose and whack you good with it.
They used to whoop the both of us just so they make sure they got the right one.
I about forgot what it's like to fish in Cache River. I used to fish it when I was a kid. Alright, my fish is starting to move around out there. Oh, yes.
Get you one?
Got off. He took it under.
They were doing the nasty on this line.
I didn't have my drag set tight enough. Thought I did. Hope I didn't cross your line. I was trying to go back out there where I was at.
I don't know, I'm on the bottom. No, I didn't mean to pollute that water.
Let me bring it back in, move it back out here where I was at. This thing about using a big old brim like this, if you don't catch nothing, every time you reel it in, it feels like you did.
Bag's going after my floater.
There we go. Oh.
It looks like they ought to be a bass over in there, don't it?
Yeah, they ought to be laying up in them rocks. Did you see that?
Yeah, but it didn't impress me none.
No, but there's something moving. That means something was chasing it, probably. Unless it was trying to catch a bug.
Well, if something was chasing me, I wouldn't do nothing to draw attention.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to stop and catch a bug.
Well, I ain't no telling you what kind of survival's going on out of this water, are they?
Yeah, everybody always, well, I feel sorry for a fish when I kill it and to scan it out. Well, why? Things mean it's trying to kill some of its own kind. It ain't like they're little angels.
Yeah, when you think about it, fishing's actually about sport. First of all, you take like a worm and you run it through a hook to a line, throw it out there to a starving fish who bites it, and you hook it by the lip and you drag it across the water, and then half the time it's still alive when you're skinning it. You know, if that was in a movie rating, it would probably be graphic violence.
Yeah. No worms were actually killed in the making of this movie. Right.
They was just saying.
No fish were actually hooked through the lip with a piece of steel.
Who ever come up with a bright idea, though, to put a worm on the hook to catch a fish? This person, I wonder.
I don't know, pretty smart man.
Mm-hmm. The smartest man in the world was, you mixed your peanut butter with my chocolate.
No.
You mixed your chocolate with peanut butter. Now that was a genius.
Oh, what a, ooh.
What was that one?
One hit this worm.
Or did he tangle me up? Tangle me up. No. Told you I didn't want to get tangled up, didn't I?
Did you get tangled up? I didn't hit that worm 2 or 3 times, but didn't take it.
Yeah, that lever, because it bent that pole and that pole went wrong down.
They're fixing to start biting now. They started at the same time, didn't they? Yeah, I'm sitting here watching that minnow out there moving around quite a bit. A minnow.
I just wonder though if I should try this one more time like this, or if I were to put another big floater on this one. Because it's going to get tangled up a lot on the bottom probably if not.
There's probably not that much out there on the bottom, I would think.
We'll give her another shot.
I mean, I've been fishing with that Hellgrammite on the bottom. Steve, will you quit rolling around on the ground and get up?
No, because it's too much trouble to get up. Believe it or not, this is easier.
Oh, I thought you were just trying to get up good.
No.
That's why I was making a joke of it. You just ruined my fun.
I just run through what?
My fun. I was making a joke because I thought you couldn't get up.
No, and I ain't got one of them things to push either. Like somebody gonna come way out here with a cat. You better hope I stay healthy. How you gonna tote me up here that hill?
Sorry, I got a little bit of rope on that right there in the 4-wheel drive truck.
Be like cliffhanger.
Hang on, we're going. Cross them rocks. Cross them rocks. drag you up the rocks and through them bushes. And get a cattle prod and get you right on up the hill. Well, my worm line keeps going slack. Oh, your liver flew out.
Oh. I'm gonna have to get it. I can't cast sitting down. Oh, you thought you was gonna do something to me there, didn't you?
I thought that can't happen.
I fixing to do this right here.
There's a tortoise out there by my floater. He went under.
I hope mine ain't got a bull the size of a $50 on it tomorrow. That's on this ground.
Yeah, I hate getting them that small.
Oh my God! Oh, oh, oh my knees. Oh, that's why I don't like to get up after I'm sitting down.
Well, you can't get up if you ain't sit down. If you get to where you want to go home, I'll go anytime you're ready.
You hear me say I wanted to go home.
Oh! I didn't hear you say I was getting a bite there either. Aha!
Get him?
Hair, no. He's... Yeah, I did. What have I got? I got a catfish.
Oh, yeah. As Barney would say.
I told you there were some big ones in here, Steve. Oh, that's a pretty one there, Steve. He's got spots on it.
The banjo, you got the fiddler.
Look at that fish. I gotta get my film going here. All right, there we go. Be still there, little catfish. Look at that big old catfish I got. I told you I'd catch a catfish. What kind is that? Channel?
I'm sorry, I don't. Yeah, it's a channel, but I'm not quite sure it still qualifies as a catfish. Yeah, that's a channel cat there.
Oh, quit singing to me. Oh, we're gonna put you back. What did I do with them?
God.
Can you hear the catfish? You know, you ain't never heard of catfish. That's what they do. They...
Well, I heard plenty of them. I just ain't heard plenty of them today.
I try not to get your little whisker in the hook there. You won't let go of the hook. Let me get around here and get a hold of it. Get your whiskers out of the way. Got a lot of whiskers to be so young. Boy, when you get old, you're going to have a beard as long as I am. There we go. We got you free.
But if it don't rain soon, I'm afraid you're not going to get over.
Hank, stop it. You're trying to pin me now, and I don't like that. All right. Here we go. Go back in there. Go catch. Go tell your grandpa. Come whoop my butt. Get away from the bank and get out in the water. There you go.
Now you always sound like Three Stooges. I'll go fetch your grandpa.
Go tell your grandpa come whoop me. He pinned me right there between the thumb and the finger after all, so now it's going to be sore because them son of a guns got them little poison darts in theirs.
Yeah, one, he keeps throwing back that he had about a 20, 30 pound fish on there. 3 people's got to eat on you. Now go back and catch a fish and throw that giant one back in. Then he finally caught a great big one and then they let it go.
I wonder what the difference is. You get pinned by a bass or something like that, and it hurts for just a little bit. But them stinking catfish, just that little poke right there is going to hurt for 3 days.
They got poison in them.
I told you got poison. They worked for you.
Rub their belly, did you?
Well, if he liked it, he wouldn't kick his feet, though, when it did.
It's like an antidote.
Scratch his belly and he'll kick his feet. He don't have no feet, Steve. He's been defeated. Oh, yeah. I probably won't put this video on YouTube. We're too crazy. I got that line again out there. There it is.
Is something on it?
I don't know. We're going to find out. I told you I'd get it sooner or later. Lay it down here and throw my fish back out in the water. My bait on this pole bigger than the fish I caught on the other. Doggone it. Oh well. Here, Steve, you can fish with this one too, I guess. Just put it right over here between you.
Well, ain't nothing much else there.
Just lay it down there and off.
When he comes back your way, I'll give him back to you.
I can't believe it. Or you can reel it in if you want to, and I'll throw it back out over here. It don't matter.
Don't matter. Whatever you want to do.
Oh, I didn't think about it. I put my scale in my back pocket a while ago. I could have weighed that big old catfish to see how much that thing weighed. He probably weighed a good 2 ounces.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure it would even register.
Would be something for a big old bass come up and hit that thing, would.
I've caught a catfish so small before, I swear to God, I thought it was transparent.
Go sideways on me. Transparent. Does that mean?
That means you can look through
Does
it.
that mean he identified as a parent? If you're transgender, you transparent. Poosh.
I guess his pronoun was suffer.
Alright, I'm back up here and sit down in my little spot again. Get sit down here on the sandy banks of the old Cache River. Down on the banks of the old Cache River, I caught a catfish that was no bigger than a sliver.
We ain't going to Miller's Cave, are we? It sounds kind of like the thing to Miller's Cave. That man was kind of scary in there.
There was a kid come to school one time. They owned catfish ponds. His daddy did. And they had a 5-gallon bucket of catfish in it. There he messed around and stepped off in it with a pair of shorts on. Pinned his leg bad. He was tore up, boy.
I know our Yankee cousins came from Indiana down here to visit for a week. We was fishing. We had a stringer full of little old little old mud cats, what they were.
Oh,
And of course, my brother, he got tired of listening to mouth and mouth and mouth with that irritating voice, so he threw that stringer of fish on him. You know, they tell us what all we had and how poor we was. He said, I'm going down to my grandpa George's. Y'all ain't got nothing worth eating down here.
Mhm.
I said, we would if you wasn't from where you was from, but we don't believe in feeding Yankees up here, down here. I couldn't I was up there in Indiana one time.
Look at that.
He's going after it. Where?
That was a gar. Well, now that catfish while ago, when I first set that hook, it felt heavy. I mean, it felt like a big one. And then I didn't think I had anything at all. Oh, you got him. Yeah, I do.
I have to step over here in a minute.
I'm a what?
Well, I took my smoke and I hold the fish out now.
Yeah. Both of them take off.
If they do, you'll see me going in after them.
I told you a while back about throwing mine off that bridge, didn't
I can't remember if you did or
I?
not.
I cast out there and I literally just threw the whole pole. It hung up on the end of the pole or something when I threw it, and then it just jerked it out of my hand, right straight off the bridge. And I was like, what in the world was that all about? And I got my other pole out. I had the treble hook on. I kept casting down there and reeling until I finally hooked onto the line, pulled it up, and got it.
Hey, would you happen to know where the Cache River runs off into?
What it runs into? It runs into
Black River, maybe? No.
runs into. Yeah, it runs into Black River.
It does? I know Spring River does.
Spring River runs into Black River at Black Rock, and then the Black River runs into White River down at Jacksonport. So it's got to run into the Black River somewhere down, or maybe into White River on down south of
I
us
guess you
somewhere.
can say our rivers are just black and white, can't you?
Go. Here we go.
I'm sorry, man, but this stuff just makes me sure.
Oh, I pulled it away from him. They're liking the worms, Steve.
Huh?
I think they're liking worms.
Oh, that's down around flipping.
Huh? South, that's north, Steve.
Huh?
That's north.
North, no.
Northwest.
Flipping's not north.
Flipping is. Northwest.
Well, like west, wouldn't it?
It's northwest of here.
Well, north I call like going towards Missouri.
It's up in
Anything that goes the opposite way I call south.
it's northwest. It's in north central part of the state up there. Matter of fact, that's where I'm wanting to move to. I want to move up there. I wanted to move to Harrison. He's still hitting it.
I don't know why, but I used to think that show was so funny.
It's the same reason we still do. Because we're a couple idiots.
Old Larry went, ah, he said, what's that you have in your hand? He said, a hammer. He said, so you do. Ding, 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 ding. How about when they take a drink? Gong, 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 gong.
Well, now y'all just messing with me, ain't you?
What?
They just messing with me now. This here was hitting and it quit. I laid it down. That one, because that one started hitting. I picked this one up and that one started hitting again. And this one quit. There's something tugging on it out there.
My gosh. It's already 10 after 4.
Really?
I wouldn't
No.
tell you about something like that.
It ain't that late, is it?
4:10, 4:11 now.
Dadgone. That's why they start biting. It's getting the afternoon, the evening.
Refresh my memory. When did they start biting? There's a hawk. Can't see him now. You just have to take my word for it.
There was a
Sam
hawk.
wants him bad.
There was a hawk. There's a hawk. Pow, 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 pow. Well, there was one. Now, what am I supposed to do here?
Right by my line.
I seen that. What have I got here? It let go, whatever it was. That was crazy. I just started to reel in to see if I had a worm, and it was heavy. I was like, what in the world? And it just kept moving around as I was bringing it in, and it just let go. We may end up catching something good here in a minute, Steve. Whoa! He got no.
Don't make sounds like that if you ain't got
I can't.
a drum. Really? And you hooked him in
He
a
got
gill,
it.
didn't you?
No, it's in his mouth, but my line backlashed and knotted up, and I was trying to get it out, so I loosened my drag off so I could pull the line out, and then he took off with it. Like, goofy so done. Is that a drum?
Yeah.
It's silver.
Looks like a drum to me from here.
I don't know. Get that thing on camera. I guess it may be a drum. I don't know. I thought it was a shiner. I thought a drum was.
I have bad eyes and I was looking from a distance. I just said it looked like a drum to me.
Well, I don't know what it is.
Let me go over and get a close look and I'll tell you. Because I've caught plenty of drum in my eyes.
I thought a drum was more rounded this way too.
That's a drum.
Is it? Yeah, I got that rounded nose, don't it?
That ugly mouth.
You got an ugly mouth. Yeah. All right, see ya.
Six safety throw it on the ground, it'll splat.
That's why they call it a drum.
Got rocks in its head.
Oh, did you see that where them guys was in that bass tournament the other day and they won?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy picking their fish up, moving around, felt one that felt funny. And they cut it open and they had shoved lead balls about that big around down their throats and made them weigh about 5 pounds more than they're supposed to. Cheating, they got arrested, got in all kinds of trouble.
That's pretty slick to me.
And they've won a bunch of tournaments too, and I'm wondering if they cheated on all of them. Yeah, it backlashed, and I was trying to untangle it, and he hit the thing. And I had, the way I had to set that hook, Steve, the way I had to set the hook, I had my line here pulling it out. I just grabbed the line and pulled the line and set the hook instead of the pole.
I'm gonna make one more cast with this hook, and then I guess if you don't care, I'm gonna be ready to go.
All right.
I am getting tired, man.
Yeah, I outfished you again, that's all I know.
Sorry.
You know it.
Oh, I'm gonna try to get over there. Oh, now go back.
It's all right. He's probably moving on down.
Yeah, they have known how to swim, ain't they?
Yeah, most fish can. That's weird, ain't it?
I bet they're born that way.
Look at that. Did you see that?
I saw that.
That looked like a catfish to me.
Looked like waves to me.
Now, you didn't see the fins?
No.
Yeah, fins come up. Had a pointed fin on its back, come up right there. Kind of like a shark. The biggest catfish you ever caught?
11 pounds. On a rod and reel.
Mm-hmm.
11 pounds. What's the biggest one you caught?
I don't know. Most of mine I've ever caught's been like 2 or 3 pounds. All right, I'm going to bait it up with a worm on where with this worm and make it look real yummy and see what happens. And then we can go if you're ready. Hey, that's my problem. I don't know when to quit. You know what I mean?
Boy, it is peaceful out here, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. My butt's numb though. I'm sitting here too long. And in the morning, we'll probably leave out about probably 8:30.
Yeah, that's what you said the other day.
9 o'clock at the
When I
latest.
get home, I'm laying down and I'm not getting up for nothing or nobody.
The church starts at 11 up there, and it's about a 2-hour drive. I'm gonna have to re-string this pole. I got it knotted up in there. Can't cast no further than what I did just then. If I can get up, my butt's numb, my legs are numb. Didn't used to be this way, did it? Man. Ow. Get everything moving again. My hips are locked up.
Oh,
You grunt more than I did.
oh, it hurts so bad.
I know it. Yeah. Oh, goodness. And we gotta climb that hill. All right, take my.
Maybe they said it's going to rain everywhere except Cache River.
Supposed to be a cold front coming in.
Well, maybe it won't be a cold back.
Well, I've seen a cold front and I've seen a hot behind. They ain't the same thing. All right, let me get a bag and gather everything up. Get things here. There. What should I do with them?
I don't know, whatever makes you happy.
I'm just gonna feed them.
Batter them up and cook them.
We gotta eat them like they are. Probably they're smoked or whatever. They're brine like ham.
Like a sardine.
You watch a whole bunch of catfish come up, and start grabbing on me like that.
They said a sardine is a little fish that smells like a finger. Oh, got a pop.
Don't you fall in there.
Oh, God.
Alright, so this is trash.
Is there any way I can go shoot? No.
Go shoot? No, the other people are
Is
shooting.
there any way I could go straight up there?
I don't think so. Be easier to go up that way.
Well, I know what it's going to turn down.
Alright, so here's your treble hooks. These are yours, I guess. No, they're mine. They come out of that bag. I bought these at Walmart a while ago.
worms. Well, you need to. Well, you got your bag over. You can put out in the cricket. Worm stuff out there. It's for you.
Yeah, them crickets. Are we gonna take them tomorrow? You think they'll live?
They should.
Yeah.
Not if you run a hook through them, but
Butthole. It's like, bye.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm about to fall down again. All right, let me get these put somewhere. I'm gonna gather. I'm gonna stuff in everything I can so I don't have to carry a bunch. I'll put that in my cooler. All right.
I don't mind every grass.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to make it light as a load as we can. Let's put some crickets in there, worms in there, that liver. Are we gonna use liver again?
I'm not.
I ain't either. I'm just gonna feed the catfish. This may be the last meal they ever get if this dries up. So, here, boys. No. So what are we going to do tomorrow if we do any fishing? Going to use? I mean, what do you want to use?
You know more about that area up there.
All I ever use is artificial up in there. I ain't never fished up there though at that Sillamore Creek yet.
I use worms and crickets. That's what I use everywhere.
All right. This and that and the other. Anything else? My little bottle of water about empty. Stick it in the bag. Ah! Mississippi River, she's going right. Yes, I did. They always, every time somebody dies, oh, they're an angel in heaven now. No,
Yeah.
they're not.
Does it ever occur to them that their kinfolk might be in hell?
His sister, when he died, she hated him. They hated each other. And whenever he died, she come to his funeral and she's sitting there and she said, well, I'm going to hell and I know I am and I don't care. Well, she died just a few months later and her daughter was on Facebook saying heaven gained a new angel. I wanted to say, no, they didn't. She said she wasn't going there.
I said, I think they're known as the Hell's Angels. Well, how we going to do that?
So what, does somebody in heaven get promoted every time a sinner dies?
Yeah, it's like everybody says that after somebody dies, I bet he's looking down right now at this, and I guarantee you he's pleased. It don't ever occur to him that they might be in hell. I guarantee you he's looking up right now and he's in excruciating pain.
The thing about it is they ain't looking down here anyway. They don't care what's going on down here because if they'd seen it, it'd make them sad.
That's exactly what I said to people when they said Sherry's looking at you right now. What do you think she's thinking? I said she ain't thinking nothing because you say there ain't no sadness in heaven. Well, how in the world could she see how I'm hurting and not be sad? I said you did it both ways.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
And I mean, I wasn't being a smart aleck about it.
No, you're telling the truth. You want me to carry them poles?
You know, can you?
I don't mind, Mama. I always said I didn't. I told you that. All right, when you get here, where I'm at, there's a rock right here to put your foot up there on. And there's one there you can grab a hold of if you need to. Yeah, get a hold of that one. I didn't think we'd ever see the day we couldn't walk up a hill. And it ain't easy.
I would something with I gotta save my hair.
All right. Now right here's a trick. I don't know about this one.
I'll get on my knees if I have some time.
I started saying I may have to put these poles down and do that myself. My problem is I don't have no
Here, I'll give you
I usually slip and falls. What I usually do, my feet usually slip on me. You got it? All right. I knew we could do it.
Yeah, again. Maybe I can see a doctor and get rid of it.
You didn't see no red, yellow, and blue dots, did you? No, it's the other way around.
Breathe, man.
All right.
Oh, God.
Just
Can't hardly breathe.
stop and catch your breath. I'll go put this stuff in the truck. Hey, I took a CPR course this morning. Yeah, just catch your breath. We ain't in that big a hurry. You're like me, you won't give up.
I knew it was gonna be bad. I didn't think it would be this bad.